All right, becoming Little Miss Bikini. This is my final post. I don't even know which episode it is, but I will name it in the YouTube post. My final competition for the 2017 year is over, and that was the NPAA in Vancouver. And I'm back in Pittsburgh preparing for a move out of this rental house into a new house in a different part of the city. And I'm pretty excited because outside of the competition life, my personal training business is going to have finally a space here in Pittsburgh. So instead of being on the road all the time or coming to you, I actually will have my own space, which is pretty damn awesome. And I'm going to be doing a host of things out of there, so stay tuned. So basically, I guess this post is about what happened for the end of this season, and it's just a recap, a wrap up of everything that went on, and my plans for the future. Try to make it quick. I trained for 8 months for my first show, March 11th in Savannah, Georgia, and with a new coach, and while moving to the States, and just while everything was super hectic. And near the end of my training, I found out that my stepdaughter was re-diagnosed with a new form of cancer. And we just, that section of personal life I've never really talked too much about, but basically, if you can imagine co-parenting with some sort of beast from hell, that's kind of what that part of life is like. And from that end of things, it's all about money and lawyers and what have you. So it was pretty stressful near the end, but I trained as hard as I could, and went down to Savannah. I didn't feel ready. I messaged my coach about 2 months before saying, I don't think I'm going to be ready. And then about a few weeks before, thinking that I would just drop out entirely. And part of me wishes I would have. And then the other part of me was like, no, I needed to experience going into a show that way, just to be able to relate to, say, people that I've trained or I will train, and I guess just to have that experience. Anyway, I did come in top 5. I came in 4th out of a number of people, and in the bikini division. And I found out like the day I got to Savannah, so like 2 days before contest time, that I'm too young to compete in masters down here in the US, which is 40 plus. Which sucks because I emailed about that about a month before to double check my categories. And so that was a big expense in a time where I didn't, have the time or extra funds to be pumping into more contests. And, now looking back at it, because the whole time in Savannah was spent contest prepping and not really sightseeing or doing anything fun, I was pissed about it. So I came back. Met another competitor there actually that came down from Canada, and is an awesome lady, and we ended up sort of trading notes on how our training had gone and how our coaching had gone, and figured out that we had been using the same coach. And long story short, we both terminated our relationships with that coach, and I think along with one other girl, and found somebody new. And so I was literally scrambling on the flight back, trying to find a new coach, which I did. And so I had 5 weeks to get ready for the NPAA and to defend my title there in BC. And I doubled up doing that show with being able to see friends and family, because I don't know the next time that I'm going to be back in Vancouver. And so, because if there's any additional travel expense, it's going to be to go to Calgary to see my stepdaughter now, who is currently in chemotherapy and going to be having surgery in a couple weeks here to remove a cancerous tumor, and see how that goes, and then back with the chemo. And it's just a lot, and I want to be there to support my husband, Jeff. And So anyway, yeah, go back to BC for a visit and to compete. And so I was competing in the fitness model category and the bikini category. My training went well. It was different. The nutrition was different in terms of like my macro breakdown. A lot more water, a lot more salt. Just it was a different training program, and I peaked pretty well. I think I peaked in time, like just for the show. So I won the bikini division, and I came in third in the fitness model division, which is my pro cards in that division. Anyway, I'm disappointed in like my level of abs. I'm disappointed that my glute hamstring tie-in that just never came in the way I wanted it to. I'm happy with my upper body. I'm happy with how my arms and my shoulders are progressing. I've got a bit of a flat spot on my rear delts, which I need to work on. But otherwise, happy with that. Tried a new hairstyle, curled it. That lasted for 5 minutes, but it was a different look. Used my same suit maker, Michelle at Buttercream. That was great. I wore 2 different suits for the show, and so I got some decent pictures. I've been having trouble sliding out of my shoes the last 2 shows. And this show, actually, Tim Dardis, the photographer, caught a shot of me like with my face all screwed up. I don't know what. The shoes feel kind of sloppy when I get up there. And for the show in Savannah, we had like Dream Tan, kind of like basically the equivalent of grease all over us. And I thought maybe it was that. So I switched shoes. And of course, you can't use like Dream Tan or anything like that in Canada or at the NPAA. And I slipped again. I don't know. So you're just so tired, I guess. And anyway, so, I'm a bit disappointed because I found out like there was no communication for a while, and then like a week before the show, I'm still trying to confirm divisions that I'm registered for, and I ended up competing not in the open class, which well, fuck my life, right? Like I wanted to actually be in the open class. But anyways, so I need some time. I need some time to grow, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to be working on building up the office space and training space, calling business license people today and stuff. So it's pretty exciting. Spending most of my summer here in Pennsylvania, New York City again. I'll be back in New York City to meet with a bunch of people in Manhattan. And I don't know, I'm really excited to just kind of get my life back. I think I'm going to my goal's Arnie's in 2019. So I've got to grow. I'm on a significantly different plan right now, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I've got some photo shoots coming up, some travel for photo shoots coming up, and that's pretty cool. And just fighting the good fight. And Little Miss Bikini has been made, and now she's going to try to step onto the non-natural stage as a natural, and at 40 I'll be by the time I get up there. So it's figuring out qualifying for that and planning. In the meantime, I'm still doing online training. I'm still doing in-person training. I've still got my cookbook finally was printed and released, and so I'm almost out of my first 100 copies, private sale copies. And I'm going to be at Veg Fest here in Pittsburgh at the beginning of August, so I hope to see a bunch of people there. Otherwise, things are good. Things are changing. Things are great. And just going to be here to spend time with some family and eat good food in moderation and meet new people and train up new people. So keep an eye on my journey. Thanks everybody who has been checking in. There's a lot of struggles in life, but I still get up and hit that gym every day. It's good for my body and my mind. And I'm a bit tired now, but it's just the whole show calmed down. And so I look forward to talking to you all soon, keeping you updated. But in terms of Little Miss Bikini, I think we're going to shut her down for a little bit until I get all my ducks in a row about IFBB kind of things, Take care. Have a fantastic weekend. Ride your bike. Hug a loved one. Eat good food. Have a couple cocktails. Everything in moderation. check out my Facebook and my Instagram for any updates you want, pictures, new pictures, and things like that. If you're looking for training plans, you can head over to my website, foodmedicinelife.com/shop. And I've got tons of free stuff there and tons of not free stuff. I've got half of a 50-pound bag of Vital Wheat gluten there. And I'm going to be putting out a vegan contest prep, macro-friendly little recipe book soon. So check back for that. It's pretty fun to put together. I just have pictures of food with the macros and super simple recipes. Yeah, take care, talk soon, and thanks for following my journey.